Okay, a couple of things. I know I said last time that we were done here. We're going to head to the Sparta system, but there were a couple of things I didn't show you guys last time. If we come over here, if you can see on the radar, these three little hexagons, and that indicates that there's some sort of mineral deposit here. So if we jump out and survey this, go through this little mini game again. Excellent. And it says you've successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. So yeah, that's has to do with that survey minerals quest. I will not be collecting every one on the planet, on each of these planets that we go to. My rule generally when I'm running through and playing through the game, which I do a lot, is I don't go out of my way to look for those deposits. But if they show up on my radar, then I'll go and pick them up. They don't show up on your map originally. After you've surveyed them, they do, but they don't show up when you first land. So it's kind of hard to find them, and the way you're supposed to find them is by driving around until they show up on your radar. But if you go to the Mass Effect wiki, you can find these maps that have all these pieces filled in, and you can go straight to them and pick them up if you really want to get all of those credits. But this was the anomaly that was on our map when we first landed. So we're going to come over here, and this is an Asari capsule. We'll go ahead and recover that. Excellent. Okay, and it says, Matrix writing recovered. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Delaninga's writings. Excellent. So that's one of the other collection quests we can pick up. There's still one more we haven't seen yet. That one's to get all of the writings of a famous Asari matriarch that have been lost. And this particular collection quest, you might actually want to do if you're playing through the game, because it does actually have a small impact on the later games in the series, so that's kind of fun. But I think that means we are done here on Sargilla, and we will head back up to the Normandy and head to the Sparta system. Okay, so if we zoom out to the cluster map, we can come over here to the Sparta system, which is where Admiral Kohoku said his men dropped out of contact, the men who found Armiston Baines' body. So, travel to another system, yes. Excellent. And so we get a whole nother system with planets for us to explore. Here in the asteroid belt, we can click on this. There is another asteroid. We can survey that. Prothean data disk recovered. While scanning the asteroid field in the Sparta system, you found signs of habitation. A recon team was sent to investigate one of the larger asteroids. The rock had a small functioning biodome, but no sign of anyone still living there. There was, however, a data console with an intact Prothean data disk inside. Excellent. So, we've got another one of those. Got us some experience. And then this outer planet, Alsages. Survey that, and it says rare elements surveyed, scanned from orbit, have detected a small amount of plutonium. Come back out, and then this one down here, Antamalka. We survey that, and this has a large concentration of hydrogen. Excellent. So it got us some extra credits. And then Idolus is the planet.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so this is the planet where we're going to find Admiral Kohoku's men. And as Joker said, there is a beacon active on the planet. So yeah, I guess that's where we're going to head. So let's go ahead and land. And this time, who are we going to bring? Let's bring Garrus and Caden. We haven't brought Caden along too often. Okay, so now you guys get to see, you do get to land on a lot of these planets, but most of them are kind of very much the same. This one looks a lot like Sargilla. It's just with a little bit of different color to the ground, to the surface, but it's still just, you know, generic rocky terrain, ugly sky, and no, you know, there's nothing here. It's just open, barren planet. What's cool about this one, and one thing they do that I appreciate, is a lot of these skyboxes have interesting things going on them in the background. There'll either be a cool planet to look at, or in this case, there's a meteor shower going on, so we get to see the meteors flying through the atmosphere. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and open up our map. Let's see, we got debris over here, anomaly, the distress signal. So that's where we're going, directly ahead. So let's head to that first. Bounce up over these hills. Oh, God. Alright, jumping around. Perfect. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Just a rover parked out in the middle of nothing. That screams trap if I've ever seen it. What's going to be waiting for us here? Definitely a distress beacon. Oh, got some dead Marines. Oh dear, okay. And so, this is a Thresher Maw. It's one of the things you'll find on some of these planets. Do not try and fight the Thresher Maw out on your own. You really need the Mako and its rockets and its maneuverability to be able to outrun it. It will burrow and then jump up out of the ground at random points, and then it shoots that acid spit thing. That acid blast will go bypass your shields. So if you get hit with it, it'll start damaging your hull right away, and so you can really only take, you know, 2 shots with that before you're destroyed. So be very careful and try and avoid that when you can. My general tactic is to just keep driving around in circles and shooting it with rockets when I can, when it pops up. And yeah, hope it doesn't pop up underneath you. That's one of the things I really hate, is sometimes it will just pop up directly underneath you, and then you just die, and you got to start over again. And there's not really a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it, so that's why I just like to keep moving around, driving around in circles. Oh, missed that one. Shoot it. Alright, this looks like it's almost dead. A couple more rockets should do. Zoom in. Hit that one in the back. Excellent. Alright, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. There we go. Alright. Cool. So, got that taken down. Yeah, and the body just sort of disappears under the ground. Yeah, those are on a lot of several planets that you'll land on, and most of them won't be an event like this. It'll just they'll just randomly appear out of nowhere and come and attack you. So you gotta always be prepared for that. Incidentally, because we chose the sole survivor background for Yelena Shepard, that was what attacked her squad and killed all of them except for her. So that's, you know, it's particularly poignant that she was able to take one out in the Mako here. But let's go out and investigate these bodies.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Yeah, looks like it.
These are Admiral Kohoku's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Yeah, good call, Caden. So yeah, it looks like someone was had planted this transmitter, distress beacon, for someone to come in and investigate, and then they would get attacked by the Thresher Maws, just like we did. These guys weren't so lucky. We were. So now we got to try and figure out who planted that beacon and who was trying to lure, looks like specifically Admiral Kohoku's men, into this trap. So that's pretty much all we got to do here on this planet, but there are a couple of other things for us to check out, so I'm going to cut it until we get back over there and see what's over at this next anomaly. Go flying off the mountain. Yay! Alright, awesome. So there are some cool things about driving the Mako around here. You do get to fly off of mountains and not worry about being in any real danger, which is fun. But we did overshoot the anomaly here. So let's turn around and drive back a little bit. What are we looking for? Oh, right there. Mummified Solarian. Interesting. Cover artifact. Okay. What do we have here? You found Captain Millen's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. So interesting. So this is the last collection quest that we're gonna find. It's for the League of One. Let's see. What is this? Is mission? The assignment title is Locate Signs of Battle. So this description doesn't tell you anything at all, hardly about why you're trying to look for these things. You do get a codex entry, but it's really easy to miss the notification that you got that one, or to notice it in your codex log itself. But real brief description of what these are is the Solarians, when they before they joined the council, they had a group of sort of shadow operatives that would go out through the Solarian domain, and they would solve problems, do investigations, and they acted more or less with impunity. They could do what they want, go where they wanted, and they weren't really answerable to anybody. It was sort of they sort of formed the basis for the Spectres. When the Solarians joined the council, a lot of the other races were kind of worried about that they had these shadow operatives that no one else did. So they officially disbanded the group, but the actual members of the League of One didn't like that, and so they all went into hiding and went rogue. And they sent out some commanders of the Special Tasks group to go out and hunt them down. So what we're looking for are the medallions, the 10 medallions for the original members of the League of One, and the ID tags of the 3 commanders that were sent out to hunt them down. So that's what those are, yeah, that's just, real brief description. I don't think you hardly ever hear about them at all in the rest of the series, which is really strange. You don't really hear a lot about Matriarch Delaninga either, which is, kind of a shame. But anyway, that's all for this planet, so let's head back up to the Normandy, and then there are 2 more systems for us to discover, one of which has the Prothean scientist Liara Tassoni on it, so we will go and try and find her next time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.